She looks and acts like the girl next door, and fame has not affected this down-to-earth New Englander. Nancy Kerrigan may have put one Olympic medal behind her, but most would agree she has barely hit her stride.
I think winning the bronze just meant that it just showed, you know, how much I put into the skating and how much dedication I had. And people have asked me before about what you think when you're on the podium, and I felt like sort of like the captain of the team. Like when Mike Eruzione was up there in '80 on the podium, he was the captain. And there's so many people in my team, you know. I just was the lucky one to be standing up there with the flag and the anthem going.
Life is almost back to normal for Nancy Kerrigan. She still trains on Cape Cod and runs through the same drills that made her America's sweetheart of skating. But an Olympic medal can make a difference in a young lady's life, and for Nancy, 92 was anything but routine.
Just a little bit of peak. You notice it? Just getting a little bit of peak at the last.
It all began with a hero's welcome in her hometown of Stoneham, Massachusetts. The entire community turned out. A street naming followed, and a special dedication was displayed at the local skating arena. Commercial endorsements were offered. Nancy shared the spotlight with fellow Olympian Paul Wiley for this Massachusetts state lottery spot. She even enjoyed a brief introduction to modeling. Then at the World Championships, her star shined even brighter. A second-place finish moved her one step closer to Olympic gold. For Nancy, New England may be her home, but right now the world is her oyster.
It's very tempting to stay in amateur skating because if it were 4 years, I don't know if I'd stay. But 2 years, it's such a kind of like a natural high, I guess, to go there and be, you know, in a village with all these athletes from different sports and things. And so I'm really, right now I'm working toward this year and hoping that leads to next year in the Olympics again in Norway.
Nancy's family ties are strong. Her mother, though legally blind, can perceive shadows and enjoys every moment she's with her daughter, including a visit to Nancy's new home on the Cape.
We would come to a point sometimes when, Nancy, next year if you don't do whatever it might have been, a particular goal, you know, we can't afford this anymore and we can't keep doing this, and there has to be a reason, and she just would go and do that and a little bit more.
It's hard for her to go out and do all this traveling and this fancy life. I mean, she really has a hard time looking at it, no matter fame, fortune, whatever it is. She's not so sure she wants that sometimes. She'd just like to hang out and stay home. And I think it's very charming. I think it's great. She's very down to earth, and things are very simple and plain. She hasn't lost that, which is great as far as we're concerned. We think it's a charming part of her.
This is my star. Shimmer, shimmer. We were doing choreography, and I did something, you're like, totally.
The pressure over the last several months was at times overwhelming. Nancy demanded perfection of herself, and with the spotlight on her everywhere, a little stress management was in order. She sought help from a psychologist and happily admits she's better off both personally and professionally.
It helped a lot because I was very negative towards myself, and when I would make a mistake, I was bad and terrible and bad person and this and that. And it just went on and on, kind of snowballed, and it really makes it difficult to train like that. If it's not going good, I just leave and come back the next day, and, you know, things are different, a new day. So really helped me just become positive in skating, but also in other things, just in life in general. I think since I did that, I've become like more confident in talking to people and just can be myself.